Hi there. Just wanted to come to you with a message today for anybody who might be wondering actually why you would come and see somebody like me and some of the things that we can address in your medical history, some things that either have been plaguing you for a long time, chronically, or something that's more acute phase. I thought I'd go over something today, some of my lab work actually, and I was just, I had some blood work done probably almost a year ago, back in July of 21. And it was just a general panel, so no special markers here, but I went over my results with a fine tooth comb, and I was kind of a mess, which I was a little bit disappointed with, but I've been trying to work on since then. So, and when I say going over lab work, just general lab work with a fine tooth comb, I mean using tighter parameters on lab values. So instead of looking at the white blood cell count, and the reference range is 3.9 to 11, I'm putting a little tighter parameter on that and saying, hey, I don't want to see really anything under 5, because that can mean chronic infection somewhere. It could be deep down when you had chicken pox when you were 6 years old, strep throat when you were 10, and so on. So it's really just kind of a good marker for, past infection. Obviously, if it's really high, you've got something more acute going on. But my white blood cell count is 3.8. Another marker that was of interest were my lymphocytes, my lymphocyte percentage. So I'm looking at my CBC here. My lymphocyte percentage was 46.3, and you really don't want to see anything over 30. So I know I've got some kind of a viral load somewhere. Again, not that it's acute, but I'm carrying around, and again, it can be from way in the past, but I know that I've got that going on. Also, my monocytes are a little high. I don't want to see them above about 8, and mine were 10.8, and that can mean chronic inflammation. So I know I have that. My eosinophils were a little high at 5.3. I don't want to see them above about 3. That has to do with kind of allergy, environmental allergy response, and that sort of thing. Quercetin would be a really good thing for me to take, stinging nettle. So just on this first page, I was like, we go on to the comprehensive metabolic panel. My protein was really low. It was 6.1. I don't like to see anything below about 6.8. So, and I feel like I eat a lot of protein. So, my liver enzymes, my AST and ALT, I don't like to see anything above a 26. Mine were both 26, and I was like, what the heck? Everything is processed through your liver, so it doesn't take too much for your liver to become toxic of sorts, and it just needs a little detox, a little encouragement. And so I actually took something that I have and that I recommend for patients, and I was feeling I could physically feel better. Let's see here. What is another thing that my vitamin D was pretty good, 56.7. I love to see vitamin D around 60, honestly, and if it's anything lower than that, you're not going to combat illnesses, viruses, anything you may come across very well. Your immune system is not as well equipped, so I like to keep it up there near 60. So if you're hovering like at 30 or 40, need to bump that up a little bit. My lipid panel, my cholesterol was okay at 167. My triglycerides, you want them to be low, but you don't want them to be so low. Mine were 42. You don't want them to be below about 75, because then it can start affecting your brain function. And I said mine were 42, so I bumped up my DHA, essential fatty acids, to bring that level up. And so anyway, those were my woes last year, and I'm gonna have some more lab work drawn here probably pretty soon. So just in something as simple as a lipid panel, a CBC, a chem panel. I like to look at things like ferritin, your iron, your insulin, your high sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP, it's a marker for inflammation throughout the body. Your homocysteine level, which can point to cardiovascular disease and how well your body is detoxifying. And so I like to look at the big picture of what's going on, and hardly ever do I see people that are hallmark, spot on, great numbers. So there's usually somewhere we need to do some tweaking. So a lot of information we can just gather, like I said, from general blood work, and we have lots of other tools in my toolbox that I can utilize as well. So hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.